In a valley in the Mexican highlands lies the ancient city of Teotihuacan, the city of the gods. A vast complex, once covering 8 square miles, it is regarded as Mesoamerica's first metropolis. Some have explained the pyramids here as the work of aliens, but they can also be explained as the ultimate symbol of shamanic flight. On the city's main avenue, known as the Way of the Dead, sits the Pyramid of the Sun, an extraordinary machine designed to project spirits from an underworld cave to the heavens and the afterlife. Mesoamerica has produced numerous artworks of mysterious figures, some appearing to fly. Their strangeness has convinced some observers these beings must have been extraterrestrials. But could these figures be inspired by shamans as they performed rituals to enter altered states of consciousness?
And to be kind of careful about...
Skip Atwater has come to explore that possibility.
So we're just going to snap this on like this.
Using a portable EEG monitor, he'll record the brainwave activity of Mexican musician Augustin Pimentel.
On top of the head up to the crown.
Augustin is about to participate in a musical ritual at the city's sacred center.
Like this.
Teotihuacan's priests conducted rituals in many caves beneath the city. The most revered of all, the cave below the Pyramid of the Sun. A gateway to the underworld, extending 330 feet into the earth. Augustin and his group Tribu will perform their sacred music using traditional instruments, many replicated from archaeological finds. Deep beneath the Pyramid of the Sun, the cave reverberates with music for the first time in centuries. As Tribu bring the underworld to life, the musicians are exposed to a complex mix of frequencies and phases as sound waves bounce off the cave walls. Augustin's EEG recordings should reveal what effect this may have on his state of consciousness. Within 20 minutes, that effect becomes clear. Atwater's instruments show Augustin entered a delta state.
Notice here where there's absolutely no body movement artifact. It's as though this person is totally asleep here with this high amplitude delta brain waves going across here all the way to the end of the ceremony. We went into a sacred place and replicated a ceremony that purportedly allowed these ancient peoples to travel, to see, to enter into deep meditative states, deep consciousness states that we characterize today as being akin to being asleep and yet having our minds awake.
Separated from the Mexican pyramids by thousands of miles and thousands of years are the pyramids of Egypt. Some explain their uncanny similarity as the work of alien overseers. But this could also be explained by a common desire to travel from the underworld to the heavens through shamanic flight. Like the people of ancient Mexico, ancient Egyptians believed in a cosmos with three tiers: the underworld, the earthly, and the heavens. Both societies were ruled by god kings, steeped in shamanic knowledge and belief. As in Mexico, when an Egyptian pharaoh died, he sought to join the gods in the heavens above. These stairways to the stars are marvels of engineering and design. But beneath their complexity lies a concept shared by the builders of Teotihuacan, Maze How, and Teotihuacan. Deep within the pyramids of Giza, cave-like chambers were used to launch flights to the spirit world, flights fueled by sound and ritual. Could these sounds and ceremonies have been inspired by past journeys to inner space? Journeys into altered states where inspiration and wisdom were thought to be found. It could explain the motivation behind the most elaborate caves in human history and the symbols of flight associated with the pharaoh's journeys to the afterlife. The pyramid's secrets lie in their inspiration, an inspiration that seems to have started long before the rise of the great Egyptian powers, an inspiration shared by all ancient cultures as they explored the world of spirits and the afterlife. History shows our ancestors, from the first cave dwellers to the most sophisticated architects, gave preeminence to the spiritual world. If that world was hidden in the human subconscious, we could still explore it today. Skip Atwater believes we can, and that we have much to learn from the ancient science of the shaman.
There is information elsewhere. There is information beyond the limitations of the physical body, beyond the limitations of our five physical senses. And it is our mind that gives us access to those things. It is our very own thoughts. It is the essence of us, the soul of us, that allows us to know these things.